Hello friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel. Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is another exhibition game for the upcoming Franchise Stars Baseball League that I will be beginning with a roster I am developing for MLB The Show. This is a Franchise Stars roster with a bit of a twist because I want to play it out as a full career mode. Each franchise has a 100-player pool. The top 8 players for the franchise at each of the infield positions as well as catcher. The top 20 outfielders, the top 25 starting pitchers, and the top 15 relievers. From there, a random generator decided the opening 40-man roster for the first season of the Franchise Stars Baseball League, which means a team may not get its best 40 players to start off with. Those remaining 60 from that 100-player pool will enter for those franchises throughout the years of this career mode. But the luck of the draw aspect of it, for one thing, makes it fun, but for another, it also means that, say, a team like the Mariners or the Expos get a great draw of their top guys for their 40-man roster to start things off. And the other teams in their divisions who you would perceive as being better, a team like the A's, in Seattle's case, or the Braves or the Phillies, in the Expos case, if they don't get a great draw, can those teams maybe contend when in a standard Franchise Stars league of just everybody having their best, they would have a very hard time keeping up. So that's the premise behind the FSBL. So as I continue testing the rosters and the mod, and just kind of killing time until the roster is ready. I'm hoping that the league is going to be ready sometime between March 1st and March 15th at the latest. So we're running some scrimmages. This one requested by a good friend of the Legend Sports Universe, Steve Tate, who does some great work for Action PC Baseball, if you want to go check that out. The Reds and the Dodgers doing battle here at Dodger Stadium. Getting the start here for the Dodgers, Hall of Famer Burleigh Grimes. You'll see age 22 there. Every player at the start of the Franchise Stars Baseball League will be 22 years old. You want to get guys with their full careers ahead of them. So a lot of the legends, if you're familiar with MLB The Show, legends are available in the game. And they're done great. The models are done great. As Pete Rose steps in to lead things off here for the Reds. But those models come in different ages and stuff, so there's like a 35-year-old Cy Young, and why would I want to do a franchise mode and start a player off at 35 and only have him for 3 or 4 years before he retires? So we've set everybody to start at 22. As Rose grounds this one out to second. I think that's Davey Lopes out there for the Dodgers. Throws it over to Dan Brothers. Turn of the century first baseman Dan Brothers. You see the Reds there. Rose, Concepcion, Lombardi, Foster, Ival Goodman, Cy Seymour, Sean Casey, Bid McPhee, Heine Groh. A lot of an old school flavor to the Reds roster on their draw. Dodgers have a little bit of that too, but the Reds probably the most old school flavor of the teams that have done so far. Concepcion rounds out to short for the second out. Got to darken Concepcion a little bit. One of the reasons why we do these exhibition games here is, again, just so I can review things that I may have missed on the first pass, seeing the players in action and stuff like that. The models will look a little bit different in the game than what they look like just kind of sitting on the screen when you're doing the player editor. So when you see them play a little bit more, some things will jump out at you. But try to catch like equipment things. If Ernie Lombardi had an elbow guard, for example, catch that so we can get rid of that. The old kind of keep everybody as appropriate as we can. Lombardi with a good fly ball here to left. It's going to hang up there though, just shy of the track. Ball not carrying too well out here at Dodger Stadium. Grimes has a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Dodgers coming up. So Gary Nolan will get the start for the Reds. Nolan, a mainstay on those big red machine teams of the 70s, a perpetual 15-game winner. He was an all-star as well, at least in one season. So he will face Willie Davis. Davis leading things off here for the Dodgers. The Dodgers got a really, really good draw overall on their 40-man roster, particularly with respect to pitching. But their offense isn't bad either. Nolan misses high there on the first pitch for ball one. Delivery from Nolan, ground ball down to first. Casey boots it a little bit, but flips it to Nolan as he regroups to get Davis one man down. Davis, Bill Russell, Dan Brothers, Roy Campanella, Pete Reiser, Zach Wheat, Yasiel Puig, Davey Lopes, and George Pinckney. The lineup there for the Dodgers. I did not set the lineups manually. I've just kind of left it to the computer, messing with the rosters and setting up the lineups, which is what it's going to do anyway. Why you would have Davey Lopes hitting that far down in the order and Bill Russell hitting second is a little bit beyond me, but alas, that's what they've done. So like you'll see, like Bill Russell there has like an extra sleeve, a compression sleeve, and stuff like that Bill Russell wouldn't really wear. So we'll go through and we'll take that off of Russell in the editing stage. Bib McPhee over there retires him. Here's Dan Brothers. Dan Brothers, a 19th century star. Brothers is a fantastic hitter. And he's been a beast in basically any league I have ever done in any game or roster I have ever created, going back to the high heat baseball days. But Nolan gets ahead of him 0-2 here, with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Nolan delivers. Breaking ball down low. Brothers slaps it down to third. Tiny Grow cuts it off, throws it over to Casey, and the side is retired. So the Dodgers go in order. We'll head to the second. Foster, Goodman, and Seymour coming up for the Reds. Big George Foster. In a bit of trivia nobody cares about, George Foster, along with Ed Charles, the first 2 baseball players I ever met in person at a clinic when I was a kid. Bringing it way, way back. Foster pulls this one fouls. Grimes gets ahead of him 0-2. Breaking ball, misses outside. Foster doesn't offer anything up. 1-2 the count. Dodgers, one of the teams that will be playing in still their current stadium in the league. Stadiums will be assigned to basically the stadium as long as I can access it, whether it's in the game or there are some classic stadiums in the game. There are also stadiums that guys have made in the vault of varying levels of accuracy. If I can find a good stadium, teams will play as Foster flies out to Pete Reiser out there and right. We will use whatever stadium a team played in the longest. So at the Reds, for example, the Reds will be at Crosley Field. The Pirates will play at Forbes Field. But the Dodgers, of course, being out in LA, it's been Dodger Stadium from the beginning. So they stay in their usual home turf. Here's Ivo Goodman. Behind 0-2 here is Grimes, working well in the early going. Breaking ball inside. Goodman doesn't offer at it. Fastball there. Goodman fouls that one off to hang in. Count stays at 1-2. That one hit out to left. It's going to hang up. Put away. We got Zach Wheat out there, if I remember correctly. Puts it away for the second out. So here's Cy Seymour. I may have to recreate him because he's got stat history for some odd reason. Which meant that whoever created him basically exported a player from a test season that they did. So they ran a season, they exported a player, and then they wrote Cy Seymour over that player. So he's still got stats in his history line, which we will try to avoid as much as possible. Not really all that essential, but we will try to eliminate that where we can. 2-1 count here as Grimes works to Seymour. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Fly ball out to left. Wheat coming on. He's under it. Puts it away. And the Reds once again go in order. We head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Campanella, Reeser, and Wheat coming up for the Dodgers against Gary Nolan. So here's Campanella. Again, part of that, as my dog weighs in the background there. Campanella fixing his laces at the plate. Here's the delivery from Nolan. First pitch misses low and away. Nolan rears back to fire again. Campanella fouls that one off. Count will be even at 1-1. Chopper up the middle. Seeing eye base hit for Campanella to start things off here in the bottom of the second. Throw to the infield. Handled a little sloppily, but no harm there. Not like Campanella's going to run anywhere.
The right fielder, number 27.
Went down and got this one. Chopper up the middle. Ball had eyes past the diving Bid McPhee. Up behind the bag. So here's Zach Wheat. Pete Reeser, I'm sorry. Reeser before Wheat. Reeser ground ball to second. This could be 2. McPhee to Concepcion on to first. 4-6-3 double play. And just like that, Campanella is erased. Reeser hit that ball fairly hard, but hit it right at McPhee. That is a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play ball. Concepcion able to take it easy there on the throw, though it was a little low. So here's Zach Wheat. Fastball from Nolan misses up high. He twirls the bat around, waiting for the offering. Fastball misses outside. Nolan behind Wheat 2-0 here. 2 outs, bottom of the second. We're still scoreless in LA. Nolan and Burleigh Grimes. Based on how the rosters have shaken out to this point, these are the 2 number 5 starters for their respective teams. Having Burleigh Grimes as your number 5. No slight to Gary Nolan for the Reds either, as Nolan was a very solid pitcher as well. But having a Hall of Famer as your number 5 starter gives you an idea of how deep the Dodgers are and what a good draft they got in that random generated 40-player pool. That one misses away. So Wheat will take first. Nolan's control escapes him for the moment. He'll try to recover it here as he faces Yasiel Puig. And he grooves that one a bit, and Puig hits it deep. Back to left. It's going to stay in the park, though. Put away by Rose. Out there and left. Dodgers get a runner. Hit into a double play. Get another runner. Don't get anything out of it. We head to the top of the third. We are still scoreless. Here is Sean Casey. When I run like season sims and stuff like that, Casey's going to be somebody I'm definitely going to want to look at a bit. Because in the few exhibition games that I've run, including ones I've run not on the channel, Casey is absolutely pulverizing right-handed pitching. And I mean, Sean Casey was a very good, solid, professional hitter. But he has been very good in the exhibition games, so I just want to make sure that he's not perhaps a little overrated by my formulas. Breaking ball there, just misses down and in. 1-1 count. Grimes looks in. Casey, fly ball, hits this one well to left. Going back, he's got a beat on it though. Tracks it down. Gets it back into the infield, one away.
Number 0.
So here's Bid McPhee. McPhee, another 19th century star, who made this 40-man roster out of the gate for the Reds. First pitch from Grimes, misses down low. And Grimes misses low again. So the breaking ball, control of the breaking ball, escaping him a little bit at the moment. This one down the left field line, hooking, and it's going to be foul. McPhee puts a good charge into that one, but it hooks well foul. 2-1, the count as Grimes deals. Delivery, bears in. McPhee, fly ball, lazy one out to center. Louis Davis underneath it, puts it away for the second out.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 75.
So Grimes kind of cruising along at the moment. Here's Heine Groh. Don't get many Heine names anymore. A sign of the times, I suppose. Heine Zimmerman also on a roster. Although I'm not sure. I don't remember if he made the 40-man or not for the Cubbies, though. I don't believe he did. This one line foul down the right field line. Again, you'll see the really high numbers for like the old 19th century players and stuff like that. That was just, since those guys didn't have numbers, I wanted to make sure I gave them numbers that didn't interfere as Gross swings at one in the dirt. Campanella throws down to first, and the side is retired. So I just wanted to make sure that thing with the numbers, that there are no, that a guy who didn't have a uniform number, I got to get that elbow guard off of Heine Groh and the batting gloves. Their uniform numbers, I would assign them a number that somebody else would actually have. That poses problems. We want to try to keep as much on target as we can. Davey Lopes squares the bunt here to lead off the bottom of the third. That goes just foul. Breaking ball completely fools Lopes. 0-2 the count. That one misses down low. 1-2. Ground ball in the hole. That's going to be a base hit for Lopes. So the speedy Lopes singles to start off the bottom of the third. Yeah, check Davey Lopes too. But there's a better model of Lopes than that one. So I'll have to give that a look. So here's Pinckney for the Dodgers. We'll see if LA decides to send Lopes. Nolan thinks that's a possibility as well as he tries to keep him close. One and 0 the count. Fastball in there for a called strike. 1-1 as Nolan prepares. Here's the delivery, misses inside. 2-1. I really wish you could edit the managers in this game. There are fictional managers who ultimately take over, like down lines, like as guys get fired and whatnot. But you can't really replace them off the bat, I don't believe. I'll have to mess with that and see if that's possible. Because I'd much rather have even fictional managers than have real managers who are also going to be players in the league. Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts will show up. He's on the 100-man roster. So he'll show up and actually play at some point. Ground ball 5-4-3. Started well by Groh. Double play there. So the leadoff hit from Lopes is erased, as it was with Campanella. And Campanella led off with a single. Order rolls over. Here's Willie Davis. Davis grounded out his first time up. Fastball misses away. That one misses down low. I think I need to darken Willie Davis a little bit too. So little notes to myself here. Davis turns around. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. He actually looks all right. Popped up on the infield. Casey waits for it to come down with snow on it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So we were a third of the way through here in LA. Reds, Dodgers still scoreless. Rose, Concepcion, and Lombardi coming up for the Reds in the top of the fourth as they try to get their first hit.
Leading off for the Reds, the left fielder.
You see there John Chiambi and Chris Singleton. The broadcasting is turned on for the game. Are the team, and that was a new broadcast team last year. It used to be Matt Vaskurjian, Dan Plesac, and Mark DeRosa, and I guess they changed it for whatever reason last year, and in so doing they weren't able to get all the audio names, so there are hundreds of names that used to be said in the game in the broadcast that you can no longer enter the audio for, which stinks. Like Lou Gehrig's name isn't in there. I mean, which if you're somebody, I'll listen to broadcasts occasionally, but I turn them off just because it gets so repetitive anyway. But if you're somebody who really cares about that stuff, that's really, really frustrating to lose that many names in the broadcast ledger. So here's Concepcion with one out. Ground ball down to third. Nice backhanded play by Pinckney. Throw from the line. Long throw gets him.
Now batting, number 6.
So Grimes is on cruise control at the moment. Here's Ernie Lombardi. Lombardi flew out his first time up. Lombardi, another Hall of Famer. Plenty of them in this game between the two teams. Grimes catches the corner. Fastball. Moving away. That one had a little bit of movement to it. Lombardi fouls it off. Count is 0-2. And that one falls, and Lombardi started to go around. They say he did not hold up. Grimes picks up the strikeout. And the Reds have been held hitless through 4 here. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers, Reds, scoreless. So here's Bill Russell. He'll fix his compression sleeve and bands and stuff like that. On my notes list, and certainly feel free if you see anything during any of these broadcasts, equipment-wise and stuff like that. I take no offense if you point something like that out that perhaps I don't notice. I am sure during the entire course of the first season of these games, once it really starts and I start adjusting things, you can edit players during the season. You can edit a lot of things. You can't edit their contracts, but you can edit their ratings, but you can't edit their contract, which is kind of funny. But you can edit their equipment. So just as I go, I'll make changes to the league file and then make changes to the master file with all the players for the league as well, and continue to update that. Let me go check out. I want to check out Gary Nolan's model. Oh, that's a pretty good Gary Nolan model, actually. That's a good one. I did not create that Gary Nolan face. As Nolan gets his first strikeout as Russell swings and misses by a significant margin there. He was fooled pretty badly by that pitch. So here's Dan Brothers. Swinging first pitch. Brothers fouls it off. Brothers, a 5-time batting champion. Also one of the best mustaches in the history of the game. Back in the day when everybody had a mustache in 1900s baseball. I should say late 1800s, 19th century baseball. Brothers crept into the 1900s by a couple of years. Lines this one, but right at Rose. Puts it away, and that's 2 men down.
The catcher, number 39, Roy Campanella.
So here's Campanella. Campanella singled up the middle his first time up. Was then wiped out on the Pete Reeser double play ball. Breaking ball misses way out of the zone, 1-0. Campanella turns that one around away foul. Long distance, but off course. 1-1 the count. Taps this one out. Nolan pounces off the mound, played himself. Campanella going as hard as he can down the line, but not quick enough, because he is, after all, Roy Campanella. So Nolan throws him out. We are through 4. We got quite a pitcher's duel going on here in LA. Reds and Dodgers scoreless. So here's George Foster.
The designated hitter, George Foster.
Looking to get the Reds' first hit off of Grimes. Fastball inside at the knees. Grimes' location has been absolutely on point so far. Goes for the same spot again, but that one misses a little bit low. 1-1 the count. Another breaking ball. He's keeping those breaking balls down low. So far, the Reds have been unable to solve it. Foster, fly ball down the left field line, hooking towards the stands. That'll go into the crowd. Count will stay 1-2. Here's the delivery from Grimes. Back up the middle, and Foster stayed with that one well. The line shot in the center. The Reds have their first hit of the game. It's a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th.
Number 8.
Good piece of hitting there from Foster. Now the Reds will see if they can get something rolling with the leadoff man on here. Here's Ival Goodman. Swings at a first pitch fastball up high, fouls it off. Foster not a threat to run. Breaking ball misses down low. That one in the hole. Off the glove of Russell. Gets a hand on it, but he has no play.
The batter, number 35.
So Russell unable to come up with that one. Now it's first and second, and Grimes has a little bit of an issue here. The first 2 men on with nobody out. Here's Cy Seymour. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Seymour, another late 19th, early 20th century player for these Reds. Pitch hit well out to right field, ranging over. Reeser will get there. He'll make the play. Foster thinks about tagging, and he does. Reeser, a good strong throw into the cutoff man. They do try to make the play, despite cutting the ball off. The Foster is able to get in there. So now it's first and third with one out. Here's Sean Casey. Casey lined out his first time up. Speed pitch misses away. I should say swung on and missed away. 0-1 the count. Breaking ball from Grimes, fouled off. So he's ahead of Casey here, 0-2. He certainly used the strikeout or the double play ball, with the potential first run of the game 90 feet away. That one fouled off again. Grimes has kept the ball down for the most part throughout this game. The Reds have not gotten many good swings. If he's able to keep doing that, he might be able to get that ground ball. This pitch is down in the dirt. Campanella throw down to second. Goodman into second. Gets in there in time. But Goodman holding his wrist a bit. They're going to come out and check on him. And it would seem as though Ival Goodman is going to check out of this game. So Goodman advances on the pitch in the dirt despite the good throw from Campanella. But he will now be subbed for. So Jay Bruce is going to come on to check in for Goodman, who will leave this game with an injury. Bruce not fleet of foot, but he will of course stay in to play right field for the rest of this game. Presumably anyway. So here's Casey, second and third. Still only one out. So now Casey's got two runners in scoring position if he can come through with the hit here. 1-2 as Grimes works. That one just misses. Low and away, 2-2 to count. Here's the delivery. Another one misses away. Bid McPhee waits on deck. Full count here for Casey. Grimes has finally hit some trouble in this inning. Casey, fly ball out the center. It's carrying. It's going to stay in the park. Davis, back at the warning track, puts it away. Foster will tag, come home to score. Reds have the first run of the game on the sacrifice fly from Sean Casey. Cincinnati has a 1-0 lead. Casey put a good charge into that ball. We mentioned earlier that Casey, in the exhibition games we've run here, has been hitting rather well. The Reds could certainly use that once the actual season starts. McPhee swings and misses at the first pitch. Jay Bruce out on second. Grimes misses low and inside. One pitch from Grimes. That's up high. Trying to go up above the belt line on the short McPhee. No such luck. McPhee lines this one out into right. Reeser plays it on the hop. Runner will hold at third. Again, Bruce came in as a pinch runner solely because of injury, not because Jay Bruce has any speed whatsoever. But a good piece of hitting from McPhee, so runners at the corners now for the Reds. Reeser, a good job, playing fairly shallow there, but comes up to make the throw and get it back into the infield quick. So it's going to be up to Heine Groh now. Slider misses away 1-0. Fastball, fly ball to right, but Reeser is there. Under it, puts it away, and the side is retired. But the Reds score one after getting their first hit of the game on the sacrifice fly from Sean Casey to bring home Foster, who had that hit. We're midway here in Los Angeles. Reds 1, Dodgers nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A defensive
So as mentioned, Jay Bruce will come in right field for Ival Goodman. I am going to have to increase durability ratings. There's a few too many, or adjust the injury slider, but there have been a few too many injuries in these exhibition games. So that's another reason why we do the tests. So here's Pete Reeser to lead off the bottom of the fifth for the Dodgers. That one misses away. Such a beautiful game. Stadium views and the sky, like they do a really, really good job of it. That one misses away, so Nolan falls behind 2-0. Not what he wanted to do after being staked to a lead. And a fastball high and in, swung on and missed by Reeser. 2-1 to count. Breaking ball there, misses down low. Very full house it looks like here at Dodger Stadium. That one slashed out to second. McPhee, a couple steps to his left, makes the play. Throws over to Casey, and there's one man down. So that'll bring up Zach Wheat. Left fielder, a very underrated player historically, I find. Wheat swinging at the first pitch. Hits this one well, out to left, way back. Takes Rose back to the wall, but he tracks it down on the track. 2 men down. So Wheat goes the other way, gives that one a ride. Here's Yasiel Puig. Puig hits this one well to left as well. Rose going back, only this time he's not going to have a play. Home run, Yasiel Puig. So the Dodgers answer the Reds' run in the top half with a Puig homer here in the bottom half of the inning to knock things up at 1. Puig wastes no time turning that pitch around from Gary Nolan. First pitch, Puig, that pitch was even away, and Puig went out and pulled it. Good extension, turns that around. .395 feet, 101 on the exit velo for those who care about such things. As we are deadlocked here at 1 now, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Davey Lopes. Lopes in the dirty uniform. A fairly regular occurrence for Davey. Looks for the bunt. Drops it down, but it rolls foul. He tried the bunt earlier on as well. 0-2 count for Lopes. Turns this one out to left. This one sends Rose back. At the wall. It's out of here. So the Dodgers find something against Gary Nolan here in the bottom of the 5th. Home runs from Puig and Davey Lopes. Not expecting Lopes to go deep. It's capable, but it ain't frequent. But Lopes takes Nolan out of the yard. Now Lopes had decent pop. I kind of think of him as being a little guy, but he had a little bit of juice. He had a couple, he was in double figures a few times. So now Nolan has to kind of try to shake it off. Nolan had been cruising until this inning. Base hit here from Pinckney. Lashed the other way. So 2 outs, runner on first. Here's Willie Davis. Davis 0 for 2. Fastball. Called strike. Ball 1 the count. 2-1 lead here for the Dodgers. Both runs coming in the bottom of the fifth after the Reds got their run in the top of the fifth. Nolan gets the sign, delivers. Davis pulls it, but foul. So Nolan ahead of Willie Davis 0-2. Working from the stretch, Pinckney on first. There's a delivery, breaking ball, and Davis is frozen. Great pitch there from Nolan. But home runs from Puig and Lopes get the Dodgers on the board. We head to the top of the sixth. LA leads it 2-1. So starting off the sixth inning, Reds will send up Pete Rose. Rose 0 for 2. Grimes at 62 pitches through 5. And he had a no-hitter through 4. Rose squares, but it's a strike. Grimes deals, misses with the off-speed pitch. Change up down and well away. 1-1. Fastball at the knees on the inside corner. Grimes has been working that area all game. 1-2 pitch. Another changeup. This is down low. 2-2 the count. Up high, Rose turns it around, but Reeser is there. Puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Number 13.
So that'll bring up Concepcion. Concepcion 0 for 2. He is grounded out both times. Off-speed pitch misses inside. Grimes loves the spitball. He's throwing plenty of them. Two-0 count, fastball there at the knees. Called strike. Count now 2-1. Ground ball out to second. Lopes throws it quickly to Brothers for the second out. So Grimes appearing to have righted his ship after getting touched up for the first time in the fifth. Here's Ernie Lombardi. Lombardi 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out. Fastball just misses off the plate. 1-0 the count. Lombardi pulls this one. Diving stop by Pinckney. And he caught it on the fly. I thought he short hopped it, but Pinckney with the stop. There's the uniform / logo glitch that we all love so much with this game. That is a hell of a play by George Pinckney. Probably doesn't make that play if they have the really old school gloves in this game. But terrific play by Pinckney there to end the top of the sixth. We open up the bottom of the sixth. Here's Bill Russell. Curveball from Nolan. Misses down low. 1-0 the count. There's a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Off speed. Misses down low. You know, I'm wavering whether I'm going to set this up with me, like, technically controlling all teams, because you can control a team, but have the management in the game, like, handle a bunch of tasks for you, like contracts and whatever. But it would give me an opportunity to possibly have some control of how trades and stuff are done. The trade AI in the game tends to not be great. And I would kind of like, is this one is line to right but caught by Jay Bruce, his first opportunity since coming into this game. It would also give me the opportunity to kind of get people who watch and subscribers and followers of the channel and the Facebook page and stuff to kind of weigh in a bit on potential trades and stuff like that. I like getting the community involved because, let's face it, it's a hell of a lot more fun doing this with you guys involved with me. So I've been doing that. I'll be doing that for when I get the LSUFL going again for season 4. Like I'll be having polls of people to pick the first round of the draft and stuff like that. Just trying to find ways to keep, reward is probably not the right word to use, but just to let people who support what I'm doing here be a little bit involved in the goings on. So I've got to figure out a trade system, formula and stuff like that I can plug in and figure out how to work it. And that ball is crushed. Dan Brothers makes a fan in the right field seats very happy. He turned that pitch around from Nolan, and that thing got out of here in a hurry. Dan Brothers, again, if you are unfamiliar with Dan Brothers, look him up. Great 19th century hitter. Played for a long time, too. Played for like 20-something years. Brothers just turns on that one, and that ball was absolutely launched. 440 feet. 109.6 on the exit. Exit velocity and Dan Brothers. Kind of funny to put them together. So the Dodgers have a 3-1 lead here. As Campanella steps in. Nolan delivers. And Campanella flies out to center. Seymour under it. Easy play. Puts it away for the second out.
The batter, number 27.
So stepping in, Pete Reeser, 0 for 2. Reeser's grounded out twice. And talking about Dan Brothers. Dan Brothers had a career OPS plus of 171. You see Bucky Walters and Luis Castillo throwing in the Reds bullpen. Fouled away. 1-1 the count. That one pulled. That one's foul as well. These are, of course, a member of the 1940s Brooklyn Dodgers. Lost a few years, as many did in that era, to military service. Swings at this one down in the dirt. Picked nicely by Lombardi. Makes the throw to first, and the side is retired. Oh, God, I can't believe that they didn't catch that. That makes me wonder if they ever really test these games. How does that not get seen? Dan Brothers in the Reds uniform after homering. Ugh, that glitch is so annoying. But regardless, Dan Brothers gets the Dodgers in insurance runs. All he and Ernie Lombardi can do is watch. Head to the top of the 7th, 3-1 LA. Here's George Foster.
The designated hitter.
So Grimes has only thrown 73 pitches through 6. His only blemish, a hit to Foster, who then scored later on a sacrifice fly. Foster pulls this one down the line. Pinckney made a great play last inning. Can't get that one, though. But they had him shaded to pull, so Foster is going to have to hold up with a single there, but that's the second hit of the day for George. Pinckney didn't get quite as good a read on that one. Honestly, it would have been a tough play if he tried to make it. So here's Jay Bruce, his first time up during the game. You know, these guys who threw spitballs, I kind of throw a few different pitch types in there because spitballs was kind of so unpredictable how they move. I'll usually use a screwball and like a circle change or something like that. as Bruce hits this one deep right center. That one's way back. That ball's out of here. Home run, Jay Bruce. And we are tied once again. Crowd chanting to throw the ball back. Jay Bruce deposits one out in the seats in right center. The Reds have tied this game. And Grimes just wishes he had that pitch back. Right down Broadway. And Jay Bruce sends it on its way. And that's going to be it for Grimes. So again, Grimes had a no-hitter through 4. But he has started, I don't think he's tired, I just think the Reds have started to kind of catch on to what he's been doing. So Grimes will leave this game with, at best, a no decision. Here's Jeff Pfeffer coming in. Pfeffer will get his warm-up pitches in.
The batter, number 35.
As he faces Cy Seymour. Pfeffer, an old 19 teams Brooklyn Dodger. Also spent some time with the Cardinals. Multi-time 20-game winner. Another fine pitcher for a franchise that has had no shortage of them. There's Don Newcomb and Jim Brewer throwing in the Dodgers bullpen. One and one the count. Seymour, fly ball to center. Davis ranging over. Gets there. Puts it away, one man down. One slicing away from Davis a little bit, but he got a good read on it. Here's Sean Casey. Casey 0 for 1. He has a sacrifice fly and an RBI. He flies this one out to left center. Towards the gap. That one slicing. Nobody's going to get to that one. That's in the gap. Casey pulls in at second with a double. So Sean Casey continues to perform in these exhibition games. He drives that one the other way. So 1 out, man on second. Tied at 3 here in the top of the 7th. Here's Bid McPhee. McPhee 1 for 2. Sean Casey, lifetime .302 hitter. Routinely put up 40 doubles. Very good, solid player. That one foul down the right-hand side. Didn't walk a ton, didn't strike out a ton. A little bit of pop. Talking about Casey here is. This one's charged out to center. Davis will get there. Good strong throw in. No attempt to tag there with the second out. So here's Heine Groh. 0 for 2. That one misses down low. Fastball up high. That one's fouled straight back. Lots of short guys. The Reds might be the shortest team in the league. Just because they've got all these old school guys who, guys didn't grow past 5'8". That one over Pinckney's head down the line. That's going to go into the corner. The Reds are going to take the lead. Takes a little while for Wheat to get that ball up. It wouldn't have mattered. Groh doubles down the third base left field line. Pinckney didn't really have a play at that. That jump was more for show than anything else. So Groh gives the Reds the lead with the RBI double, bringing home Sean Casey, who himself struck an RBI double. Intentional walk will be in place here. Pete Rose is going to get the free pass. So first and second and 2 outs.
The batter, number 30.
Pfeffer's going to take his chances here with Dave Concepcion. Try to keep things from getting worse. First pitch delivery misses down low. 1-0 the count. 1-0, Groh on second, Rose on first. Concepcion lines one to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Reeser comes in, up and throwing. Groh waved around, throw home, and they get him. Pete Reeser's throw. A little bit offline, but well ahead of time. Campanella, great job to get back there and cover the plate. Sweeps the tag around, Hyde and Groh tagged out, and this stays a 4-3 game.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Cincinnati.
So Joe Price comes on for the Reds. He will take over. Gary Nolan goes through 6 innings. Here's Zach Wheat. Wheat 0 for 1. Price delivers fastball at the knee, strike 1. That one misses down low. Wheat, a Hall of Famer. A lot of people don't know that. It's one of the reasons why I said earlier he was underrated. I'd say Hall of Famers are underrated, but I think Wheat's kind of a forgotten man. Puts a decent charge in this one out to center, but Cy Seymour is camped out under it. Puts it away, 1 man down.
Now batter, number 66.
So here's Puig. His last time up, Puig homered to get the Dodgers' first run on the board. That will be followed a couple batters later by a Dave Lopes home run. Puig takes the breaking ball down low, 1-0. Fastball also misses down low, so Price behind Puig 2-0 here. Here's the offer. Fastball just inside. He said a couple batters later. That's right, they were back to back. I thought there was somebody in between them. The breaking ball misses the mark, so Price with a 4-pitch walk to Puig. With 1 out, here's Lopes. 2 for 2 with the aforementioned home run. Back to back with Puig in the 5th. Cincinnati holds a 4-3 lead. Pick off, and they've got Puig. Dead to rights. Yasiel Puig asleep on the bases. Gets nabbed leaning off the base for the 2nd out of the inning. Last thing the Dodgers were looking for there. Delivery from Price. Fastball misses outside, 1-0. Slips in, gets the sign from Lombardi, deals again. Lopes smacks it the other way. That's a base hit through the hole. So Davey Lopes is on again. With the opposite field single. 2-out base runner here for the Dodgers. Nobody even moved for that one. Just perfectly hit. So here's George Pinckney. Pinckney 1 for 2. Fastball misses away, 1-0. Davey Lopes looking a little bit like John Oates. Not Johnny Oates. Johnny Oates of Hall Oates. Mustache resembles Johnny Oates. But I digress. Pick off throw. Lopes gets back. Davey can run for sure. We'll see if they try to get him in the scoring position. Half-hearted throw over there at first. They will probably not send him, rather than that way they can at least roll the order over for the next inning. Should Lopes be caught by the strong throwing Ernie Lombardi. Another pickoff attempt over at first. We say attempt, we use that term loosely. There's the delivery from Price, misses down low with the fastball, 3-1 the count. Willie Davis, the leadoff man, waits on deck for the Dodgers. Delivery from Price. Swung on and missed. High and inside fastball ties Pinckney up. Count is full. So now Lopes will be going. Line shot to right. That's a base hit. Lopes will make third easily here. Bruce gets it back in to Big McPhee. So Pinckney comes through. Runners at the corners now for the Dodgers. Here comes Willie Davis with the tying run 90 feet away. Davis is 0 for 3. Fastball. I think they said that Davis went there. Davis doesn't seem to agree with that. But the count is 0-1. Throw over to first to keep Pinckney close. Price has been throwing over a lot. Delivery fouled off. So Davis behind 0-2 now. First and third. Cincinnati leads 4-3. Tying run 90 feet away. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Fly ball, center field. Seymour coming on. He's there. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So the Dodgers threaten but do not score. We will head to the top of the 8th. Reds continue to lead the Dodgers 4-3. So Ernie Lombardi will lead things off here in the top of the 8th. Lombardi 0 for 3, lined out his last time up. Jeff Pfeffer staying in for the Dodgers for a second inning of work. Two-seamer in there for a strike. Reds will have John Franco warming up. I'm not sure they'd go to him for a 6-out save. Pfeffer throws, ground ball, up the middle. That's going to be a base hit in the center for Lombardi. So his first hit of the game to lead things off here in the top of the 8th. So that'll bring up Foster. Lombardi, the leadoff man on. Foster 2 for 3. Fastball on the inside corner, strike 1. Foster certainly a big power threat. They're the only huge power threat in this Reds lineup. That's the way it was drafted. 53,733 people coming out to Dodger Stadium for this one. The offering ground ball to second. This could be 2. Shoveled from Lopes to Russell over to Brothers. 4-6-3 double play. And just like that, there's 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Here's Jay Bruce. Again, Jay Bruce entered the game after Ival Goodman got hurt, sliding into second. He paid immediate dividends going deep. fix Davey Lopes' uniform number. I thought I remember he was paying 15. I'm not sure why he's wearing 23. So, another one for the notes to go in and fix once this one is over. Fly out to Reeser. That'll end the top of the 8th. We end up in the bottom half. Reds still holding on to a 4-3 lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now,
so here's John Franco.
Number 45, John Franco.
Franco certainly more impactful with the Reds than the Mets. So the Reds is higher on their relief list than he does on the Mets relief list. So he does end up out here in Cincinnati. Bill Russell will lead off. Iglesias and Joe Beggs throwing in the bullpen for the Reds. I think Franco's the setup man. I think they have Iglesias. The way the roster's sorted out, I think they have Iglesias as the closer. Franco would certainly love to walk the tightrope. Obviously, 400 saves, whatever he's got, it is certainly got the job done plenty. But he never quite felt comfortable with Johnny on the mound. Two count. Russell down to third. Hits off the bag. And that's a lucky break there for the Dodgers. So now we'll see if the Dodgers can turn that lucky break into some runs here. Here's Dan Brothers. Brothers 1 for 3 with a homer. Lefty. In there for a strike. Oh, 1 count. Also at first, Brothers fouls it off. So Franco ahead of Brothers 0-2. Kind of look for that dead fish changeup here from Franco. This is going to hope to get Brothers to roll one. And misses way away. Brothers is not going to chase that kind of a pitch. 1-2 to count. Ground ball short. 6-4-3. Franco gets the double play ball that he so desperately was looking for. Gets ahead of Brothers and gets the 6-4-3. Concepcion to McPhee. Over to Sean Casey. So now there's 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Reds hold a 4-3 lead. Bill Russell reached on a shot off the bag at third. Franco recovered to get Brothers to hit into the double play. 2 down, 1-1 to count to Campanella. Campanella always a threat. Fouls this one off. Sinker down low. Nothing Campanella could have done with that. He probably should have laid off. Here's the delivery from Franco. Misses away with the changeup. That's what you're going to get out of John Franco. Sinkers and changeups and occasional fastball to keep you honest. Another changeup. Misses low and inside. Full count. Pete Reeser swinging the bat in the on-deck circle. Franco delivers. And Campanella unloads. Forget this. We are tied, folks. Roy Campanella on the 3-2 pitch absolutely goes yard. The crowd here in LA ecstatic, even for an exhibition game. Roy Campanella puts some juice into the place, launching that one way deep into the LA night. We are tied at 4. was crushed. Franco hung his head. He knew it as soon as he hit it. That one deposited deep into the seats out in left center. So now here's Pete Reiser, and what we've got is a tie ball game. Changeup misses away. Screwball. Franco mixes that in occasionally, and therefore a strike, 1-1. Sinker, low and inside corner. Ties Reiser up 1-2. So Franco trying to bounce back after giving up the bomb to Campanella. Ground ball the other way through the hole. So Franco, as we mentioned, walking the tightrope. Although the tightrope has already been busted by the shot from Campanella. Here's Zach Wheat. Franco staying in. There was bullpen action, both Iglesias and Beggs throwing out there for Cincinnati. I figure Iglesias probably won't come in at this point with it no longer a save situation. Pitch out, runner not going. Count is 1-1. Gets the sign from Lombardi. Franco delivers. Change up, misses away, 2-1. So Franco scuffling a bit. Gotta change his skin tone and stuff like that. He's close, but can get John Franco looking better than that. Two and 1 the count. Franco delivers. Slashed foul. 23 pitches thrown by Franco so far. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Pulls the string on the changeup. Wheat swings over it. But Roy Campanella ties this game with a mammoth home run. We head to the 9th. The Reds and Dodgers tied at 4. It'll be interesting to see here who the Dodgers turn to. So we can take a look there. Campanella watching that one. He knew it off the bat. So here's Cy Seymour. Seymour 0 for 3. Pfeffer staying in. He's been terrific for LA. Fastball fouled off by Seymour. Here's the pitch. This is inside. Newcomb and Bert Hooton now throwing in the Dodgers bullpen. One changeup misses away. 2-1. Pfeffer delivers again to Seymour. Seymour once again takes a look at one and misses low. So Pfeffer behind Cy Seymour, 3-1 here. Sean Casey waits on deck. Fastball there. Catches the corner. The count is full. Here's the pitch. Seymour, flying shot. Deep right field. Going back. Reiser dives. Can't come up with it. It's going to the wall. Seymour around first. He's heading into second. A little bit of a problem picking that ball up. Seymour's going to round second. He's going to go for third. And they're going to just throw the ball home. Cy Seymour in at third with what I believe will be called a leadoff triple. Reiser dives. Gets to his feet quickly. Has a bit of a problem picking it up. The problem picking it up may be what let him get to third. But they're not going to call an error on the play. Here's Sean Casey. Casey, fly ball, right field. Reiser, back on it. Runners tagging. Here comes the throw from Reeser. He's already gunned down a man at the plate today. Not this time. Seymour scores on the sacrifice fly, and the Reds have reclaimed the lead 5-4.
Your attention, please.
That'll be it for Pfeffer. Here comes Jay Howell. So Howell will try to minimize the damage here. To do that, he will face Bid McPhee. McPhee 1 for 3. Single back in the 5th. Pitch, curveball misses, inside. Don't have all the tar over Jay Howell's cap, like in real life. We'll see if we can adjust that. I'm not sure I can. Slider in there for a strike, 1-1. Guy probably dipped his hat in pine tar. Fastball misses low and away, 2-1 to count. Curveball also misses away. So Howell comes in and quickly falls behind. Batter 3-1. We'll see how aggressive McPhee will be here. Fly ball, shallow right field. Reeser is under it. Puts it away for the second out. So with 2 men down, that will bring up Heine Groh. Groh 1 for 3 with an RBI double. This ball misses up high. 1-0 the count. Breaking ball also misses high. Slider up in the zone. Dangerous pitch if you miss with it. So Howell behind 2-0. Fastball misses up high. Pete Rose swinging a bat just outside the on-deck circle. .30 pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner. Pitch here from Howell, 3-1, and he's battled himself back. Now he's got it to count full. Crowd in LA on their feet, hoping Howell can settle things here, and they can come back, get another clutch hit from someone in the bottom of the ninth. But Howell misses with the fastball. Groh takes it, draws the walk. That pitch inside.
Up next in Cincinnati.
So now here's Rose. Rose 0 for 3. Also reached on an intentional walk. Curveball misses inside. Fastball, that one misses inside too. So Howell behind Rose, 2-0. That fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Another fastball. Another one hits the corner. So Howell's now battled back to 2-2 against Rose. Fastball low and inside. Rose isn't offering at that. So another full count. Here's the pitch. Pulled to the right side. That's a base hit through the hole. Runner will hold at second. Reeser gets the throw into Pinckney at third. But Rose comes through with the 2-out single, and now it's first and second for the Reds. That'll bring up Dave Concepcion. First and second, 2 outs. Reds lead at 5-4. Fastball up high, but called a strike. Concepcion just kind of rolls with it, though not happy with the call. Another high fastball, not as high as the first one. That one rung up for a strike as well. So now Howell ahead of Concepcion 0-2. Curveball, Concepcion pulls it through the side. Russell, play, gets to second, on to first, nothing from anybody. Good job by Russell to get that play in the hole. He saved a run to get there, but Rose, hustling into second, gets there ahead of the force. And now the bases are loaded. Here's Ernie Lombardi, 1 for 4. Slider in the zone for strike 1. Jay Howell's kind of made a mess of it here. He's got to see if he can clean it up. Fly ball, center field. This one is deep. Davis is back, but he will have room. Lombardi hit it well, but he hit it to the deepest part of the yard in dead center. So the Reds leave the bases loaded, but they do get the lead run. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Cincinnati 5, Los Angeles 4. Here's Raisel Iglesias, trying to get the save for the Reds. He will start things off facing Yasiel Puig. Puig homered back in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. Slider in for a strike, 0-1. Another slider. That one misses in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Puig, fly ball, deep, left center, going back, into the gap, off the wall. Yasiel Puig pulling in the second with a lead-off double to start things off for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Hey, the guy is a head case, but he can hit. Puig strokes the double. Seymour gets it back in. Puig knew. He knew it was extra bases, and he knew it wasn't gone off the bat. So here's Davey Lopes. Lopes 3 hits on the day. Slider misses away. Puig at second, taking his lead. Puig was picked off his last time on. You got to think he will be very, very careful to not get picked off in this situation. That would be a cuttable offense. Lopes. Fly ball. Popped up, shallow right. McPhee backs up, gets it for the first out. Off the bat, thought that one was hit a little bit further than that. So now here's George Pinckney. Pinckney 2 for 3. Pair of singles on the day. Slider, stroke, into the gap in right center. We're going to have a tie game, folks. George Pinckney doubles to the wall. He will pull in at second. Puig comes around to score easily. Iglesias blows the save. And the Dodgers have tied things up at 5-5. Terrific day for George Pinckney. Reads that one well. So now here's Willie Davis. Davis is going to be intentionally walked. Create the force/double play situation. That's also going to be it for Iglesias, so they don't have anywhere near the patience for Iglesias that they had for Franco. Here comes Bucky Walters. With this now a tie game, they are not going to take a chance. Walters, former MVP, 6-time All-Star, pitching Triple Crown winner. one is fouled off. 1939, 27-11, 2.29 earned run average. 31 complete games and 36 starts. That is a bygone era, folks. Knuckleball. Spit on by Russell for the ball. 1-1 the count. Curveball misses down low. 2-1. 5-5 here in the bottom of the ninth. George Pinckney's RBI double. Nodding the score. Now the Dodgers will look to end it. Russell swings and misses at the sinker. 2-2 to count. Walters deals. Misses down low. Dan Brothers awaits on deck. Full count delivery. Misses just inside. Walters wanted that pitch. Looked right around the corner, right at the knees. Umpire says no. So the bases are loaded. Here's Brothers. 1 for 4, a solo shot of the mammoth variety back in the sixth. First pitch misses down low. Should they be needed, Joe Beggs and Luis Castillo throwing in the Reds bullpen. No, the Mariners do not yet get to claim Luis Castillo. Pitch there. That one catches the plate for a strike. 1-1. Bases are juiced, but all the Dodgers need is the one on third. Brothers knows it. Popped up on the infield. Infield fly will be in effect. Casey makes the catch. And a huge out there for Bucky Walters to get Dan Brothers. So here's Roy Campanella. Campanella, bottom of the eighth, tied this game up with a shot. Now he gets a chance to try to win it an inning later. Bases loaded, Walters facing Campanella, who's 2 for 4. First pitch from Walters. And Campanella ends it. And in a big way, Roy Campanella deep into the ninth, grand slam. See you all later. What a pair of innings for Roy Campanella. Tying homer in the eighth. Game-winning walk-off grand slam here in the ninth. Roy Campanella wins it for the Dodgers. In walk-off grand slam fashion, the Dodgers will hope that'll carry into the regular season. First pitch, and he did not miss this. Way too much plate on that pitch. Problem with having the bases loaded. Walters knew he had nowhere to put Campanella. Tried to get a first pitch over, and Campanella put it over the fence. Well, we thought this one would be a thriller, and it did not disappoint. Terrific matchup from what we figure will be two of the best teams in the National League once the Franchise Stars Baseball League gets rolling. Final line score, Dodgers 9 runs, 14 hits, no errors. Reds 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Jay Howell gets the win. Raisel Iglesias will take the loss. Show some images from the game. It's a great play there by George Pinckney early on. Pete Razor gunning down Heine Groh at the plate. Seemed like a huge play at the time. Lots happened after that point. There's Pinckney tying the game with his double. And Roy Campanella putting one into the stratosphere, his second time of the night. 4 home runs for the Dodgers, en route to the 9-5 victory. Campanella, player of the game, no doubt there. Check the box score quickly. Everybody in the Reds lineup had a hit. Foster had 2 of them. Nolan 6 innings, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, struck out 3. But Franco and Iglesias and Bucky Walters ultimately failing miserably out of the bullpen. You see the Dodgers box score there. Burleigh Grimes, again, carried a no-hitter into the 5th. So that will wrap things up here for Los Angeles. The Dodgers with the 9-5 win. I thank you guys, as always, for joining me here. We will have more exhibition games coming up on the channel in the run-up to the league starting sometime at the beginning of March. 40-man rosters and 100-man player pools are being posted on the Facebook page. If you have not yet liked or followed that, kindly do so. You can see it there on the placard, Legend Sports Universe. Easy to look up. I thank you guys, as always, for following me here. Enjoyed chatting with you. Hope you all enjoyed the game. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.